Summoners, you are not gonna believe this. This is so much that we've been asking for a long time, but it's all at once. Spread these things out. Wow. Okay. Win tier list. I mean, it's gonna be great. We're gonna see where Veronica sits, and we're gonna see another big surprise. Let's jump in. Veronica is here, and this is fantastic. I love her kit. I love her look. I love that she's in the game. This is a fantastic unit, Summoners, for so many reasons. Okay, and Closing Dark, Red Cav, Wind Legendary. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1 slang, fantastic. If unit initiates combat or is not adjacent to an ally, grants attack speed +6 to unit during combat, neutralizes effects that prevent units follow-up attack, and the following effects will occur during combat based on the number of foes within 2 spaces. And this is ridiculously easy to hit. If 1, speed res -4, who cares? If 2, inflicts speed res -8, which is already a lot on foe, and foe cannot counterattack, so this is sweep. If unit initiates combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counterattack. That's desperation. This is fantastic. I mean, that is a lot. Obviously, your deflect magic seal is going to be good against this, except wait. And I'm dead certain this is a preference, so this is not going to be inheritable. This is Enclosure, which keep in mind would be at 1 cooldown, so would land on the second hit unless guard is present. Boosts special damage by 25% of unit's attack, which is going to be sky high. And if special triggers neutralizes reduced damage by X% effect from non-special skills. Neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. Oops, did I say guard? No, not gonna help against this unit. Oh my gosh. Wow. This unit smacks things. Like, this unit might bring back cav lines, which is interesting to think about. I don't know. I would have to think about that. That's interesting. Okay. Enclosure. we're not even done. We did that. Attack speed catch. Yes. I'm a little flustered. Speed res far trace. Panic smoke 4. Because we needed a tier 4 version of this. After combat inflicts attack speed defense res -3 and panic on target and foes within 2 spaces of target through their next action, and grants foe penalty doubler to unit and allies in cardinal direction. Foe penalty doubler. Inflicts penalty on foes attack speed defense res during combat equals any current penalty on each of those stats through their next action, calculates each stat independently. I want to know how this interacts with Unity. I think that'll... Yeah, I want to know how this interacts with Unity. It'll be interesting. I want to see that. There's lots that I can speculate on. Let's wait till we get the Van Darf video where he shows us in detail how exactly this goes. This is a very good unit in just about any phase of the game. This unit is going to kill a lot of things. It's fantastic. She doesn't score great. And that's my one thing. Obviously, you can get a tier 4 B skill, and that helps. But yeah, I mean, if you're using this unit in Summoner Duels, she's going to be fantastic. If you use this unit in Arena, she's just going to kill everything. Like literally, might kill everything. I'll have to think about that. Obviously, Vital Astra and the like will try to counter this, but she's going to have very high speed. She's going to be an absolute pain in the butt in Arena, so watch out for that. The only thing is we have a lot of trenches there, so yeah, not as bad as Duo Crom, but definitely not someone. Think about Lilina, Legendary Lilina, when she first came out. That is the same power level in Arena as this unit. So that's so interesting. So Enclosure is just that's nuts. This unit is nuts. Oh, and Aether Raids. Yeah, she's going to be great there too. We've already seen all the art, but I love it. I mean, it looks phenomenal, right? It really looks good. I think they did her right. I like that this is a legendary instead of an ascendant. I don't know if that's going to be a popular opinion or not. I like that she's with Xander. I think that's cute. And then Enclosure comes in and just, geez. That's interesting. She didn't kill him the first round. All right, we're going to have to see her stats. I'm curious. This is... So I'm excited about Veronica because I love the unit. This is res based. I'm pausing before time here. Let's. God, that unit. Summoners. Okay, again, I'm excited about Veronica because I love Veronica. I think she's an excellent unit. I think she's one of the best developed characters in all of FEH, which isn't a very high bar. But anyway, this unit, this is just so much text. I am amazed that they got this on one page. Enclosing Claw, this is a mouthful that probably shouldn't be. You got Slaying, and at the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants attack, defense, res, +5 to unit during combat. Inflicts penalty on foes' attack, speed, and defense during combat equals number of foes within 3 columns and 3 rows times 3. Which is, in most modes, is going to be pretty easy to get 9 there. So that's a pretty big stat swing. What is that, 14? Man, that is interesting. Okay, remember when I said... I blanked on Unity skills on that last one. Unity isn't going to be compounded by penalty, foe, doubler, or whatever it was, because it doesn't work off of in-combat stuff. Back to this, though. Where were we? So if number of foes within 3 columns and 3 rows centered on unit is greater than or equal to 2, which is dead easy to get, neutralizes effect that guaranteed foes' follow-up attacks. Fantastic. So it's the other half of no follow-up, and inflict special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat. So guard. That's. Oh my gosh. So she's got half of NFU, half of tempo. That's nuts. Half NFU, half tempo, a 13-point stat swing, 14-point. And there's the guard. Summoners. We're not done yet. That isn't even the biggest part. At start of turn, if unit is adjacent to only beast or dragon allies, or if unit is not adjacent to an ally, unit transforms. If unit transforms, unit can move 1 extra space and grants +2 attack. Draconic Ore, sure. Attack speed clash 4 is fantastic. It really is. Beast agility 3. Removes the condition to transform. If unit speed is greater than foe speed, neutralizes effects that prevent units follow-up attack during combat. So it's no follow-up and beast agility. I'm gonna guess that this has some pretty strict conditions on who it can be on. Obviously we've got, what is this? This is a flyer, right? We've got flyers. I bet it can be on infantry, and I bet that's it. Just a hunch. We'll see. But there are a lot of units that really would like this. A lot of beast units. The problem is, for units like Canegus is the one I'm thinking about. You'd really want this in a seal, and they're hopefully not going to give that away in a seal for a while because Canegus is really busted. But we're not done yet. Severance. This is what we thought. This is what we thought Bramamond was going to do to Saviors, and it does this to just... At start of turn, inflicts undefended and feud on foes within 3 columns and 3 rows centered on unit. At start of turn, if a foe is within 3 columns or 3 rows centered on a unit, neutralizes any penalty. It's fantastic. Excluding penalties inflicted at start of turn and grants dodge to unit. Those are both already really good. So speed-based damage reduction and penalty and sorry, penalty neutralization. That is a big deal. If you remember, penalty includes a lot more things than if it just had the word penalty, which penalty would just be the debuffs. Undefended. Unit cannot be protected by Savior through their next action. So in Dark Season, the harder of the two seasons, might I add, they gave you a unit that negates your saviors. Wow. I can't even. So, yeah, and then we go on with Feud. Disables all ally skills. It's exactly what you would think about with the Feud skills, but it just covers everybody. What do you do with that? That is nuts. Severance is busted. So busted. I can't even. I am. Yeah. That's all I got. Summoners. This unit is crazy. This unit is a must summon. Think about this unit in Chaos Season. She's absolutely fantastic. Think about her in Summoner Duels. I don't want to. Jeez. Busted. Absolutely busted. Like, changes the game. I'm not a huge fan of this. This is the thing where they take a unit and they just utterly negate a strategy. And I don't like it. I know it has conditions, but I don't like it. This was pretty predictable. Our two wild cards are Emir and Celica. Let's just hop right over here and look at the best value for these. Do I need to tell you that number one is red? Like, it's not close. It's like red is S tier, and the nearest one is blue, and relatively it's C tier. This is relative, keep in mind, because I absolutely love both Sita and Julia. I think Julia is an amazing, underrated unit, and I am a huge Sita fan. But, I mean, compared to these others, does this really and truly signal the return of Vantage strats? It's an interesting thing to think about. Anyway, 3 is... I mean, I am a huge Micaiah fan. I think Legendary Micaiah is a great unit. I'm way higher on her than most people. Bremamond is okay at this point. You're going to see both of them in tier lists here in just a second. And then we've got Celica, who I think is also a very good unit, but just I think the value with Sita and Julia is too high. I think both of those units are stupendous in what they do. So yeah, let's move on because I really want to talk about the wind rankings here first, and then we'll get to Embla.
But I'm begging you.
Okay, I think this unit with Desperation and Sweep is pretty far above. Well, not pretty far above, but definitely S tier. I've done some rearranging since we did these rankings last, and the biggest thing, Corrin got moved up from C to B because of dragon skills. C to B. I'm trying. I know you Corrin fans are hurting. She's a great unit. I know it. I love it. The other huge change was Ellawood. I normally, in case you haven't seen the video, I normally, when I do my rankings, they're very much based on what you can kill. I think that is an easier thing to measure because supportive skills are so dependent on you and what your team needs. They're not the same value for everyone. So they're very hard to rate. It's much easier to rank something on what this unit versus this unit does. And then that's a constant across many, many barracks. Unless you're legendary Ellawood, and he just does so much. Null Panic, Bonus Doubler, and Canto are three things that you just want. They're amazing. That's all I got. He is S tier. I do have him below Myr, and some of that's because of scoring, some of that's because right now Myr still does some unique things that she does, as well as being an excellent combat unit. She can tank she can tank Brave Seliph, which is a huge deal. Can't defeat him back, but we can't have everything, right? And then of course I think, yeah, we've said it, but Veronica is up top there. She is fantastic. I think she's a great unit. You will not be sorry if you get this unit. Like, she's an excellent addition to your Wind Core. She still scores one bin below Myr. That is worth noting. If you're into that whole arena scoring thing, and that's because of the DC seal that Myr can get. So Veronica, really good, really good. Embla. I went into this. I was dead set on Medius remaining in the first slot for S tier. Dead set on it. I didn't think anything was going to dethrone him. Anything but this. And that list is just amazing. And it's Severance. It's not the combat potential of Embla is good, don't get me wrong. There's nothing like it. She's an excellent unit. I don't want to pull away anything from that. But the thing that will give her staying power is Severance. It will. It is good in so many modes and negates one of the biggest things in the meta in saves. But also, you cannot discount that feud skill thing. Like, that is huge. Yeah. So, one of the interesting things this does, and an interesting thing to think about on this banner, is Emir. And her value just went way up. Way up. Cleansing penalties like she does is not a small thing. So be on the lookout for some interesting strategies with her. And if you get pity broken by her, don't get too mad. Like I said, she just, there are some neat things she does. A big mover is Yoon. I was very close to putting her in S tier, but she is not quite the caliber of Medius and Embla, where they basically kind of shape the meta around them. Yoon is excellent. And I mean, you notice having her above Note is a big deal, but the combination of those debuffs and the fact that she hits so hard is so synergistic with any kind of team you're wanting to defend against. If you're wanting to defend against a player phase team, I had a Summer Edelgard team that had to rearrange for 4 turns until they could get no debuffs on Summer Edelgard. It was hilarious. But anyway, I think they still had speed because obviously Summer Edelgard, yeah. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, she is amazing. Very, very good defense mythic. Bramamond, oh, by the way, I'm higher on Triandra than most people. She's a dancer. She's a dancer. It's good. Even if you have to have Milla to counter her, I don't care. Then Milla is taken up by countering her. Like, I'm okay with that. I still think even past turn 1, it is hard to predict where she's going to move most of the time. And Yeah, most of the time you'd end up getting the dancer on turn 2 if you survive that long, or if the other opponent survives that long. So I still think she's excellent. Note enables a lot of really fun strategies, and I've seen her used to great effect. Anyway, Bramamond has dropped off a lot. He's still good. He's not... Yeah, B is still good. C is where you don't want to be, and... I'm sorry, guys. I just... Yeah. Hell is terrible. She really is. And Sothis is more terrible. I honest to God, if there was a separate tier, like if I had a room, I kind of ran out of room here. Sothis would be like D tier or E, maybe F. She's terrible. But it's interesting. You're seeing them give you a problem. They're also reminding you of the solution in Ymir, who is just gained so much value. Summoners, yeah. This is fascinating. I welcome Embla, and we'll see what's going on. Remember her in Chaos Season. Like, that is a big deal. Remember her in Chaos Season. It's going to be nuts. Keep in mind, in Summoner Duels is less impactful just because the 3 rows and 3 columns, depending on the way the map is laid out, it could be interesting. Same thing in Aether Raids. You can do some interesting things with positioning. So there are lots of people who are going to be yelling that Aether Raids is dead. Don't listen to that hype. But this unit is still busted. I don't want to undersell this unit. Just know that it doesn't mean that the game has just gone away and this unit is going to rule the realm and nothing is going to work in Light Season anymore. I would start investing more in player phase strategies if you haven't already. So keep that in mind. It's going to be something you want to look at. But Summoners, this is a really good unit. She's excellent. That's all I've got. She's absolutely amazing. Both of these units are good. If you're interested in how I do these kinds of tier lists, you can go see the latest legendary rankings that I did. Again, it's a little bit different with this being updated, but it still shows you the methodology and gets you all into that. Take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHology just real soon.